Hi class. As you know, we've been studying the digestive system, and I found a really good book that we're going to read together today, and then I have an activity for you guys to do at the end. The book is called The Digestive System by Rebecca Johnson, and chapter 1 is Fuel for Life. There's fresh hot pizza. You are so hungry, your stomach is growling. You take a big bite. Cheese, crust, and sauce mixed together in your mouth. Is pizza your favorite food? Maybe it's pudding, peaches, or pot roast. There are thousands of foods. Think of all the kinds of food you eat. Food is fuel for your body. Eating many kinds of food keeps your body working well. And you can see all the types of foods here. There's pretzels, there's fruit, there's protein, vegetables, all kinds of healthy food. Food is more than yummy tastes or crunchy mouthfuls. Food is fuel. It gives your body and your mind energy. Good food keeps you healthy and strong. Eating good food keeps you strong and active. But your food must be changed before your body can use it. Your body must digest it first. When you digest food, it is broken down into nutrients. Nutrients feed your body and keep it working well. Your body is made up of billions of cells. Cells are like tiny building blocks. They work together to form every part of you. Your skin, your bones, and your muscles are made up of cells. Cells make up your eyes, heart, and all your other organs too. And you can see here all the cells. These are they've been enlarged by a microscope. Your body uses nutrients to fix damaged cells. It uses nutrients to make new cells. It uses nutrients for energy too. That energy gives you the power to live and grow. Food is digested in your digestive system. A system is a way of doing things. Your digestive system is like a long tube. It has a few bulges here and there. The tube twists and turns all the way through your body. Remember that bite of pizza? It is about to enter your digestive system. It has a long trip. So let's follow that food. You can see right here, the food starts out in your mouth and it goes down your esophagus and it's carried to your stomach, and then it goes through the small intestines and then into the large intestines, and then it finishes its journey. We'll learn more about it. As you chew, your teeth break up the pizza. You chew it into smaller and smaller pieces. You have several kinds of teeth in your mouth. They have different shapes. Each kind of tooth works in a different way. The front teeth tear your food, and your back teeth grind your food. Your front teeth have very sharp edges. They are good for biting off a chunk of food, like this little boy eating a strawberry. As you chew, a liquid mixes with the food in your mouth. This watery liquid is called saliva. Saliva is one kind of digestive juice. Digestive juices help break down food in your digestive system. And this right here shows there's the salivary glands, here's your tongue, and this is the saliva that's produced. Chewed food gets soft and slimy as it mixes with saliva. Your tongue shapes the food into a lump. When you are ready to swallow, your tongue pushes the lump. The lump moves to the back of your mouth where your throat begins. Little bumps on your tongue are called taste buds. They help you taste the flavors in food. And this is a microscope picture of your tongue, and it shows the little taste buds on there, all those little bumps. That's what helps you taste your food. Your throat sits at the top of two tubes. The esophagus is a tube that leads to your stomach. The other tube is the trachea. It leads to your lungs. And you can see here, there is the esophagus right there. At the top of your trachea is a little flap of skin. It is called the epiglottis. When you swallow, the epiglottis flops down and closes the trachea. That way food doesn't get into your lungs by mistake. And if you've ever heard that phrase, it went down the wrong way, that's what they're talking about. So here, right here, is the little epiglottis, and that's what closes so you don't get food in your trachea. Swallowed food doesn't just fall down the esophagus to your stomach. Muscles are in the wall of the esophagus. The muscles squeeze behind the lump of food. The squeezing pushes the food along. It's like squeezing toothpaste out of the tube. At the bottom of the esophagus is a ring of muscles. These muscles can open and close at the end of the esophagus. Most of the time, the ring is tightly closed. But when the food comes down the tube, the muscles relax. They let the lump of food move into your stomach. Digestion continues when food reaches your stomach. The stomach has a stretchy wall. The wall is covered with special cells. Some of these cells make digestive juice. The juice continues breaking down the food. And here is just a picture of your esophagus and your stomach. And then these are some of the cells inside of your stomach. Other stomach cells make acid. Acid is a liquid that softens food. It also kills any germs in the food. And other cells make slippery, slimy mucus. Mucus coats the food, and it also coats the walls of the stomach. About every 20 seconds, muscles in the stomach wall squeeze. The squeezing mixes the food with digestive juice, acid, and mucus. This mixing goes on for several hours. It turns the pizza you ate into a soupy liquid. It's kind of gross. At the bottom of the stomach is a small hole. The hole is surrounded by a ring of muscles. Every few minutes, the ring of muscles relaxes and the hole opens. Some of the soupy liquid squirts out of your stomach and into the small intestine. And you can see here, there's the stomach, and here's the small intestine. Your small intestine is a narrow tube that loops around and around in your belly. It is the longest part of your digestive system, and it's about 20 feet long. When food enters the beginning of the small intestine, more digestive juices are added. These juices come from two organs called the pancreas and the liver. Muscles in the wall of the small intestine squeeze together. They push the food slowly along. More mucus is added to keep the food moving smoothly. Slowly but surely, the digestive juices finish their work. The pizza becomes a mix of nutrients. The nutrients are very small. And this picture is a blown up picture, and it shows them under a microscope. The inside surface of the small intestine is covered with millions of tiny bumps. These bumps are called villi. They are shaped like tiny fingers. The walls of the villi are very thin. You can look right here is the villi, and they do look like little fingers. Inside the villi are tiny blood vessels. Blood vessels are tubes that carry blood through your body. Nutrients can go through the thin walls of the villi and into your blood. Blood carries nutrients to the liver. The liver cleans the blood. It strains out nutrients when they arrive. Some nutrients are stored in the liver. They stay there until the body needs them. This is a cool picture right here. This is an x-ray picture, and then they made the liver kind of this pink color so you could see it. And it actually is a really big organ, you can see. Other nutrients leave the liver quickly. Before they go, the liver changes them. It makes the nutrients easier for cells to use. Blood carries these nutrients all around your body. They are delivered to each and every one of your cells. Your body uses some nutrients to grow taller. It uses others to build strong bones and teeth. Still other nutrients are used by muscles to help you move. Nutrients are also helpful for repairing your body. When you skin your knee, your cells use nutrients to make a scab. The scab covers the wound. Nutrients also help new cells grow to replace the skin that was lost. You can see this little boy right here scraped his knee and he's got scabs forming. We couldn't do that if we didn't have the nutrients from our food to help us. By the time the food reaches your small intestine, the end of your small intestine, digestion is finished. Most of the nutrients in your pizza have passed into your blood, and all that is left is waste. Waste moves into the large intestine. The large intestine is the last part of the digestive system. It is wider than the small intestine, but it is only about 5 feet long. That's about as long as a bicycle. And you can see, let's see if you can see this picture if I can get it close enough. You can see this is an x-ray of a large intestine. The large intestine forms a big loop in your belly. It runs up the right side, then it goes across your middle and down your left side. The last part of the large intestine is the rectum. The walls of the large intestine are smooth on the inside. There are no villi there. Remember, villi were those little finger-like things. Muscles help push waste through your large intestine. As waste moves along, it loses water. The water goes through the wall of the large intestine. It is used by your cells. The waste becomes more solid. It is shaped into soft masses called feces. And this is a picture of what the inside of your large intestine looks like. Kind of gross. Eventually, feces get to the rectum. There's an opening at the end of the rectum called the anus. Most of the time, the anus is held closed by a ring of muscles. When you have to go to the bathroom, these muscles relax and the feces pass out of your body. It takes about 24 hours for a meal to move through your digestive system. The exact time depends on the size of your meal. It also depends on the kinds of food you ate. Once you swallow food, you don't have to think about digestion. You can't control it, it just happens. But you can control what kinds of food you eat, and you can control how much you eat. Eating healthy foods will give your body the nutrient it needs. And this just gives a little diagram of, here we go. This gives a little diagram of what happens, like kind of a timeline type thing. So you eat your food, and then after about 30 minutes, your stomach is full. After about 2 hours, the partly digested food from the stomach enters the small intestine. Then after about 6 hours, your stomach is nearly empty. At 12 hours, the nutrients are being absorbed in the small intestine. At 18 hours, the wastes are forming in the large intestine. And at 24 hours, the wastes are ready to leave the body. And we all know what that means. If you eat too much, you take in more nutrients than your body can use. Some extra nutrients are stored in your body as fat. Too much stored fat is unhealthy. If you eat too little, you may not get all the nutrients you need. If you eat only a few kinds of foods, you won't get all the nutrients you need. Eating well gives you the energy to do the things you want to do. If you feed your body the right fuel, you'll be healthy and strong. And that was the end. Okay, now your assignment is, I want you to take out your science journals, and I want you to look at this list of words. And what we're going to do is you're going to copy this list into your science journals, and then I want you to give me one fact about each of these words that you learned today through reading this book together. And the words are nutrients, saliva, tongue, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and villi. And if you need to, you can go back and rewind the video to find the answers to your questions for your journal. So, thank you.